In the midst of a world brimming with uncertainty and turmoil, the Virgin Mary delivers a powerful, urgent message, one that we cannot afford to ignore. It is a divine call to spiritual vigilance and preparation for the challenges that lie ahead. The message from Mary is not just a warning, but a beacon of hope, urging the faithful to stand firm in their faith as they navigate the coming trials. As the world faces unprecedented difficulties, it is clear that we must be both physically and spiritually prepared for the events that are about to unfold. At the heart of this divine communication is a call to stay alert, to resist the constant distractions of modern life that threaten to pull us away from our most important priorities. The Virgin Mary speaks of an impending crisis that will test the very foundation of our faith. She forewarns of a mysterious plague unlike anything the world has experienced before, a suffering that will reach across nations, causing untold pain and distress. Alongside this, there will be a rise in unrest, natural disasters, and international conflicts that will shake the world to its core. However, in the midst of these grave warnings, Mary's message is filled with hope and encouragement. She urges the faithful to turn to prayer, particularly the Rosary, as a spiritual weapon that will provide divine protection against the forces of evil. Prayer, she reminds us, is not just an act of devotion. It is an essential tool of spiritual warfare that strengthens our connection with God and shields us from the darkness that seeks to overtake the world. The Virgin Mary stresses that the Rosary, in particular, is more vital than ever before. It serves as a constant in an unpredictable world, a lifeline that can guard our hearts and help us remain steadfast in faith. In addition to prayer, Mary highlights the importance of other sacramentals, objects like scapulars and medals, which might seem simple, but are powerful tools in the spiritual battle. These objects are not mere symbols. They are protection against the evil that seeks to disrupt peace and harmony. Mary encourages the faithful to wear them with devotion and to use them as visible reminders of their commitment to God's protection. They act as tangible manifestations of our faith and our trust in God's constant presence in our lives. The Virgin Mary also calls for a return to the core values of unity, love, and humility. In a world ravaged by war, division, and strife, these values are more important than ever. Love and humility are not merely virtues. They are the foundations of resilience and strength in the face of adversity. In a society that often promotes selfishness and individualism, Mary urges us to transcend these barriers and embrace a spirit of solidarity and compassion. By coming together as a united body of believers, we can create a strong spiritual community capable of enduring even the harshest trials. This is a time to reflect deeply on our faith and priorities. The Virgin Mary's message compels us to renew our commitment to prayer and spiritual practice, as these are the anchors that will keep us grounded in the coming storms. We are reminded that our faith is our strength, and that it is through prayer, particularly the Rosary, that we can find the peace and protection we so desperately need. The world may be heading toward profound challenges, but there is hope in the promise that God's protection is available to all who seek it. The Virgin Mary, in her gentle and loving way, reassures us that through prayer, sacramentals, and united action, we can weather the storm and come out stronger on the other side. She invites us to stand firm in our faith, trusting that God's mercy and love will lead us through even the darkest of times. Let us heed this call, pray, protect our families with sacramentals, unite in love and humility, and prepare spiritually for what lies ahead. By doing so, we align ourselves with divine grace, becoming vessels of hope, peace, and spiritual fortitude. The Virgin Mary's message is not just a warning, but a guide, a call to action, a call to faith, and a call to hope. Let us respond with dedication, ready to face the challenges ahead with confidence, knowing that God is with us. May this divine message be a guiding light in your life, and may you find peace and strength in prayer and unity. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Your presence and commitment to spreading this message are a beacon of hope for all who seek it. In these increasingly divided times, the Virgin Mary calls us to reflect on the love that Christ exemplified, love that transcends barriers, loving not just those who are easy to love, but especially those who are lost, suffering, or different from us. This radical love is not just a feeling, but a way of living, an action that extends our hearts to those around us with humility and kindness. Mary urges us to approach both God and each other with open hearts, embracing the fullness of humanity in its most broken and beautiful forms. Unity is another central theme in the Virgin Mary's message. In a world torn apart by division, She asks us to come together through prayer, action, and compassion. It's not only about unity within families or communities, but across the global Christian body, forming an unshakable network of spiritual strength. This strength is what will help us withstand any adversity that may come our way. Preparation, both spiritually and physically, is another critical component of Mary's guidance. Spiritual resilience is closely tied to our physical well-being. She counsels us to strengthen both our immune systems and our preparedness for potential disruptions. It's a call to be ready for potential crises, whether they involve natural disasters, societal upheaval, or global challenges. She urges us to be proactive in protecting our homes, our spiritual lives, and our health. This means gathering essential supplies, ensuring we have access to vital information, and cultivating a strong, unshakable faith. One powerful story that underscores Mary's message is that of Josip Turelia, a Ukrainian man who endured intense persecution and imprisonment for his unwavering faith. Despite the unimaginable pressures to abandon his beliefs, Josip stood firm, drawing strength from his close relationship with God and his devotion to the Virgin Mary. His story, marked by extraordinary bravery, serves as a profound reminder of the power of prayer, the importance of faith, and the perseverance we can find when we lean on God's plan. Josip's prophetic visions and his deep connection with the Virgin Mary during his time in captivity were the fuel that sustained him through years of torture. He didn't just survive, he thrived in his mission to spread the word of God, even when his life was at risk. His narrative is one of inspiration and hope, reminding us that no matter the challenges we face, we can always stand strong in our beliefs if we remain close to God and trust in His will. The Virgin Mary's message for us is clear: to prepare spiritually, to live with love and unity, and to draw strength from the examples of courage like Josip's. In the face of difficulty, we must rely on our faith, trust in divine protection, and above all, remain united in prayer and action. May we embrace this call to stand firm, rooted in faith, hope, and love. As the Virgin Mary's message draws to a close, she offers us one of the most powerful prayers in the Christian tradition, the Lord's Prayer. This timeless prayer, central to our faith, serves not only as a petition for God's guidance, but also as a call to spiritual action. Mary encourages us to stay close to God, seek His protection, and trust in His divine direction. For her, prayer is far more than a ritual. It is a dynamic act of faith that strengthens our inner resolve and fortifies our spiritual defenses. These prayers, such as the Lord's Prayer, are crucial in building a foundation of resilience, enabling us to withstand the trials and challenges that lie ahead. But Mary's message goes beyond prayer. It is a call to decisive action. She urges the faithful to stand resolutely in the face of adversity, emphasizing the importance of strengthening both our homes and our souls. This is not a time for complacency. It is a moment for careful planning and unwavering faith. The world we live in is full of uncertainties, but Mary reminds us that, by combining prayer with decisive action, we can conquer any challenge. Prayer, humility, and collective effort will be our spiritual weapons, and through them, we will experience the transforming power of God's love. In a time marked by turbulence and fear, the Virgin Mary's words offer profound hope. She calls us to embrace the transforming force of divine love and guidance as we move forward. With steadfast faith, we can meet the obstacles before us with courage and optimism. Her message calls us to prepare not only spiritually, but physically as well. The trials ahead may test our resilience, but by being prepared in both body and spirit, we can face whatever comes with strength and confidence. The Virgin Mary's words are clear: we must act. This is a time for vigilance and preparation. We are not meant to stand idle in the face of uncertainty. With God's grace, we are equipped to face any challenge, but we must actively seek His guidance, prayerfully use sacramentals, and live out the virtues of humility, love, and unity. These principles will give us the strength to persevere, no matter the magnitude of the trials that lie ahead. The story of Josip Turelia, a Ukrainian man who endured unimaginable suffering for his faith, serves as an inspiring testament to the power of unwavering belief. Despite years of persecution, Josip's relationship with God and his devotion to the Virgin Mary gave him the strength to continue his mission. His story is a light for us all, showing us that with faith, prayer, and the support of the divine, we can overcome even the harshest of circumstances. Josip's experience encourages us to stay firm in our own spiritual journey, especially as we face an uncertain future. As the Virgin Mary concludes her message, she calls for unity in prayer and action. In these challenging times, it is more important than ever that we come together as one body, united in our faith, prayers, and efforts. The future may be filled with uncertainty, but with the light of divine love guiding us, we can face it with confidence and peace. Through prayer, preparation, and the virtues of humility and love, we will find the courage to move forward. Let us respond to this call with open hearts, taking the necessary steps to prepare ourselves both physically and spiritually for what lies ahead. We are not alone in this journey. With God's grace and the intercession of the Virgin Mary, we can find the strength to endure and overcome. As we navigate this time of immense uncertainty, may the guidance of the Virgin Mary illuminate our path, offering us comfort, strength, and the unwavering trust that God's divine plan will see us through. Thank you for staying with us to the end of this message. What are your thoughts on today's topic? Please feel free to share your reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to stay updated on future videos. Let's continue this journey together, prepared in faith, united in prayer, and steadfast in our trust in God's plan.